Should you take breaks when you're in a relationship? Let's get into it. You know, there's this thing that I always do. Whenever I'm like stressed or I've been working too long, I always take a mental break. I like take myself away from work. I may go out for a walk. I may go watch TV, right? I may clean something or cook something or just have lunch. But sometimes, I think it's okay to take breaks. And I also think it's okay to take breaks in a relationship. And I don't mean like the kind of breaks where, you're thinking about, are we good? Can this work? Not that kind of break. What I think is very helpful is that you take like these short breaks and, you spend time by yourself. You have your own alone time within the relationship. And for me, because I'm a very independent person, I have to have that. I have to have space. And so I think it's okay for people to take these, what I call healthy breaks for their relationship, not because you're trying to figure out whether or not it's going to work, but because you know it works, right? So because it works, you want to take these like healthy breaks. And let me tell y'all what that means for me. So for me, I like to go to the movies by myself. Y'all heard what I said, right? I like to go to the movies by myself, honey. Let me spend an hour and a half, 2 hours by myself. I like to just sit on the couch, and watch, a sappy movie by myself, right? I like to go on walks by myself. I like to even go spend time just doing stuff by myself. If that's window shopping or if that's really shopping, I think it's okay for people to have space and to be able to spend time by themselves in a healthy relationship, right? So, it doesn't have to mean I don't like you. It doesn't have to mean you're getting on my nerves. What it means is that because I know who I am as a person, right? I know how I'm built. Then I need to make sure that my partner understands that, for me, I need a little bit more space in a relationship, right? And they may need the same thing. And it's really just about a conversation where you can talk about, what do you need, right? And what do you need, from this relationship? How can we make this better? How can we make it healthier? How can we make it work, right? And really it is just that simple as having that conversation. And then let me just say this too. Don't get upset just because your person wants to spend time by themselves or they want to go hang out with their friends, their girlfriends, their guy friends, their, friends, honey, their besties, their good Judies, whatever that is. Don't be afraid and don't be jealous and don't be controlling and possessive, like trying to check in with them all the time, and don't be worried about, are they coming back in 3 hours or 4 hours? What you ought to know is that they're coming back. And when they come back, they'll be rejuvenated. They'll be refreshed. They'll be excited about whatever it is they were doing, honey. And let me just get into this because that's why I'm talking about healthy breaks. I'm not talking about unhealthy breaks right now because unhealthy breaks will have you thinking all sorts of things like who was this person was with? What were they doing, right? Why are they gone so long? Where are they at, honey? And let me just say this, trust, respect. If your person says, like my person says, I'm going to go play poker. Now, honey, I know that if they say they're going to go play poker, they're going to be gone for 3 or 4 hours, right? Do I care? I don't. I don't, because you know what it is. I trust that if I need them, they're going to be there. If I say, look, I have some plans for us at so-and-so time, you know what they're going to say? Okay, what time? I'll be home by so-and-so time. They're not going to say, oh, I'm busy, I'm doing whatever, because it's a healthy relationship. I'm not talking about unhealthy. I'm talking about healthy. So I think that, if we could spend more time in our healthy relationships, allowing each other, right, to have the space that we need, to have the breaks that we need, to be able to be creative, to be, to just have fun, to be able to strategize if that's what you need to do, to work longer hours if you need to work longer hours, because of the kind of work that you have. But if you just want to just go hang out with your girls, I don't need you checking in with me just because I'm out by myself or with my friends, and you're not there. I don't need to be, side by side with you 24/7, 365. That just doesn't work for me. And it shouldn't work for anybody. Because to be honest with you, the biggest thing with this, and I'm talking about taking breaks, is really about trust. It's about respect. It's about, I know that we're in a serious relationship together and I'm not really worried about it. And let me just say, I always say to people, to my clients especially, when someone's behaviors change, that's when you need to worry about. But if your person goes to do what they do, they come home, they're happy, they're attentive, they're paying attention to you, they're, supporting you, they're loving you, they're caring for you the way they're supposed to, then, don't put in, negative where there doesn't need to be negative. Now, if someone, shows you that, they're not trustworthy, right? Or they're not worth trusting and their actions don't align with their words, then that's a different thing. But I'm talking about like when you have a healthy relationship and your person has to go away for a week to work. You don't need to sit around worrying about, are they with somebody? What are they doing? What you want to do, in my opinion, is make it as pleasing and as pleasant of an experience for them as possible. So when they do come back to you, they feel safe, they feel loved, they feel cared for, and they feel trusted. So let me recap really quickly. I'm talking about healthy breaks, spending time by yourself, allowing time for people to be, and letting people have the freedom, to do the things that they were doing probably long before they met you, right? Or maybe some of the things that they want to do, right? That they thought they couldn't do because they're with you. So I would say, for you, if you don't have, healthy breaks, if you don't have healthy breaks, then I want you to think about that. I want to think about what you're missing out on. Are you not spending time with your friends? Are you not spending time with family? Are you not doing, those exercise classes that you love? Are you not going out and doing, piano lessons or whatever it is that you always love to do, because now you're in this relationship with this person and you think that you need to just spend all your time with them? It's not healthy. Now that's not healthy. So let me just say that if you want a healthy relationship, I truly do believe that giving people space and time and breaks is healthy.